everybody. It's your favorite webcast, Pork Puck Hockey, where we talk hockey and only hockey, with your host, JBACS, here for another fantastic episode talking about the National Hockey League. We want to give a huge shout out to our boys over at Sunreaver. You can check them out in the link below, as well as their description will be at the end of the video. So, thanks for tuning in, and we're going to get right into it. Dominic Kubalik. He was named the NHL's Rookie of the Month for the month of January. He did very well. He had 14 points. He's playing really good hockey for the Chicago Blackhawks, and I plan to see him doing many good things throughout his career. So keep an eye on him, and congrats to him. We're going to be talking about this man for a lot of episodes for the time to come. And you'll probably know who I'm going to talk about. His name's Alexander Ovechkin. He's very fastly approaching 700 career goals. He's been passing legends on his way, such as Mark Messier, who he just recently passed, Mario Lemieux, Teemu Selanne, and so on and so forth. He is just going to try his best to catch the great one, Mr. Wayne Gretzky. So, he's had a great career. MVP, Rocket Richard, Stanley Cup champion, lots of international accolades as well, being from Russia, done very good things with their international team, and he's had 16 goals in his last 10 games. The man has had hat trick after hat trick. Nobody seems to know how to stop him. Yeah, he's gotten a few lucky bounce goals, so I think he can do it. He's going to end up passing Gretzky at some point. So we'll see. We got a couple of thousand gamer clubs here. Two very good hockey players, both from different regions. Valtteri Filppula, and he's played in his 1,000th game, as well as Alexander Steen, who has played in his 1,000th game for each of their respective teams. They're both kind of on opposite ends of the standings, but, we'll see what team does what. But Filppula's been a pretty good player, been around the league, scored some good goals. He's a pretty shifty skater. He can get around you pretty quickly and do some sweet moves and find either the open man or the back of the net. Alexander Steen's one of those more grinder-type players. He seems to get down in the corners and dig the puck out. He's also a pretty good leader for his team, and I wish them the best, and hopefully they can play in some more games. So, lately, the Florida Panthers, they have been hot. When I talk about hot, they got guys scoring hat tricks. Not just the same guy, even though Noel Acciari has had a couple. They just have been good. Pysyk had a hat trick the other night, and they seem to be clicking really well right now. Bobrovsky and net, and their forward defense communication seems to be top-notch right now, and they've just been hot, just running through teams. I think something has to do with their coach down there in Quinville, and he's done great for every team he coaches. I don't understand it. He goes out to that team, and he tells them who's boss, gets them back in, and wins some hockey games. So I think they might have a chance to make a run this year in the playoffs, and who knows, maybe even win. It would be cool to see the state of Florida have a team in the playoffs this year. I mean, Tampa Bay, obviously, but actual Florida Panthers doing good things, that's cool. So, yeah, we have some more congratulations in order for Mr. Jumbo Joe. Joe Thornton has scored his 1,500th point. He's had a tremendous career, whether it was in Boston or San Jose. He's been very good. He's a leader out there. He's doing well. I mean, he's getting out into his later career here, but he still finds a way to put the puck in the back of the net or find that open man and score. So, yeah, good congrats to him. We have a trade. Last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs and Los Angeles Kings made a trade for goaltender Jack Campbell and forward Kyle Clifford to the Leafs, and the Kings would get Trevor Moore and a couple picks. Those picks are conditional picks, depending on how the team does, playoffs, so on. You know how that goes. So we'll see what happens there. And good luck to both those teams with the trade. A name you haven't heard much about this year, Charlie McAvoy. He's was pretty hot when he came in as a rookie, and he's been slumping lately, and he finally found the back of the net for his first time this year last game. Odd, right? I don't know. It's a guy who has played really good hockey in his career so far, so congrats to him scoring his first. The Battle of Alberta. We had a couple more continuous games in that, two to be exact. We had a goalie fight. We had a line brawl. We had a lot of goals. And Calgary and Edmonton, that would be a hell of a playoff series to see. Tkachuk and McDavid and Smith and Talbot and Riddick. What a group of guys to see in the playoffs. And both teams hate each other, being in Alberta, only miles away. Well, not miles, but you get my point. Very good rivalry. So we'll see what happens come playoff time. Next up, Dustin Byfuglien. You kind of haven't really heard much about his situation lately, but he's trying to end this contract with the Jets since he's had this suspension. It's a weird situation, but we finally heard something, and he's trying to get out of this contract. Not sure he'll return to the league, not sure where he'll end up, but who knows? We'll see and go from there. But I wish him luck in his contract talks. So there's a time in hockey when everybody has a dumb moment, and I wonder what happened. Alex Stalock, goaltender, he gave up a goal because he wasn't in his net. No, the net, he was not meant to be pulled. He thought there was a penalty, but none of the officials had, the arm up for the penalty. So he's over on the bench watching the goal go in because there was not actually a penalty being called. So, it happens. Joel Edmondson, he actually received his Stanley Cup ring from the Blues recently. Very good to see the Blues give it to their former teammate, and it actually brought Edmondson's mom to tears, so it was a very good, heartwarming moment. Man, this guy, he's something. Phil the Thrill Kessel. He's played in 830 consecutive games, and I just can't believe that man's still going. He is a unit. He's won some cups. He's scored some goals. USA boy. So congrats to him. And next up, we got our stats and standings. We're going to hit you with the standings real quick and then through the stats, and we'll see you next week. But here we go. The Eastern standings. Washington leads the way, 77 points. In Pittsburgh, they have 71 points, good enough for second in the Metropolitan. Columbus, we got 67 points in third. The Atlantic, we have Boston with 78. Tampa Bay with a 71. And Florida, I told you they're climbing. They're in third in the Atlantic with 64 points. Wild card, we got some new faces here, it looks like, as the New York Islanders have 66 and the Philadelphia Flyers have 65. Either of those teams could jump into that third in the Met, so who knows? We'll see. Still a lot of season left. Round out the top five in the East. Carolina 3, 4 Toronto, 5 Montreal, and we'll throw in 6 because they're only 1 point behind Montreal, is the New York Rangers. So a lot of stuff going on in the East. Who knows going to make the playoffs? The Western Conference, St. Louis leads the way with 72 points. Dallas, they're in second in Central with 65 points. Colorado with 64. And then the Pacific, we have Vancouver leading the way with 65 points, followed by Edmonton with 62. In third, we have the Las Vegas Golden Knights with 61. Wild card in the West, Arizona 61, Calgary 60, Chicago 58, Nashville 57, and Winnipeg 57. So it's anyone's game as well out there. Let's go take a look here at some stats. Leading the way in the points, and you can probably guess, but Leon Draisaitl has taken over Connor McDavid for the lead with 83, McDavid in second with 79. The goal leader, Alex Ovechkin, has hit the 40-goal mark yet again in his illustrious career. Right behind him, though, is Austin Matthews with 39 and David Pastrnak, 38. The assist leader is Dre Seidel, and right at his behind is John Carlson. Goaltenders, GAA leader, Tuukka Rask, 2.15. Save percentage leader is Dorsey Kumper of the Arizona Coyotes at a 929. And the shutout leader is Connor Hellebuck with 4, but he is tied with Elvis Merzlikins at 4. Rookies, Quinn Hughes, 39 points. Right behind him, Cale Makar for the Colorado Avalanche with 38 points. And Kubalik, Rookie of the Month, 21 goals, leads the way in rookie goals. And Quinn Hughes leads the way in assists with 31. All right, folks, that's all I got for you this week. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and check next week for a video, and take a look at Sun Reaver if you get a chance on Spotify. JBACS out.